Salute, my Quickclassics friends. Welcome to this edition of Quickclassics on Sunday, February the 18th, 2024. I'm your host, Dr. Jed Burton. I wanted to make a quick video on the subject of Pan, and specifically the two kinds of ailments that Pan inflicted. Now, most people know that Pan is the god of goat herds and shepherds, and sort of the god of the forest and wild things and licentiousness. And a lot of you are familiar with my work on Peneus and the connections that I've made with Pan and goat gods of the region and Azazel. There's a tradition that's demonstrable going all the way back there. If you're interested, my dissertation contains information on that, and my little book on Peneus also contains information on that. But as a footnote to this, both as a Christian and a scholar, I recognize the importance of studying your enemy's motives and methods, but at the same time, the scholarly approach to all of this is very different than the sort of spiritual war very real spiritual war that takes place between Christians and these entities. And so it behooves us to, not to use a pun, behooves us to know something about those methods and modalities. And in antiquity, ancient authors recorded two ailments that Pan inflicted. One of them was Panolepsy, and the other was called panic, a word that's entered into our own language and modern usage. Panolepsy was basically equated with a seizure disorder or epilepsy. And of course, we have numerous accounts of people suffering from this in antiquity, all over the Mediterranean basin, the ancient Near East. And for the Greco-Roman world, this was thought to have been brought on by Pan. The other ailment that Pan inflicted on people was panic. And this isn't simply just a passing fear. Panic was something that was actually a weapon that Pan used. He had a very frightening, terrible, booming voice. And even the Olympians in Greek mythology utilized Pan's power in order to stop their enemies. And Pan was thought to have inflicted panic, this sort of dread, draining, immobilizing fear, particularly on the battlefield. And so if you really want to know the weapons that this thing uses, these are amongst the two. These are the main two ailments that ancient authors and probably modern thinkers and authors and people who apply their minds to these problems need to be thinking about as well. Well, today's episode was a combination of not only the classical approach, but also some biblical undergirding. It's interesting how those two often go together. But until next time, God bless you, and we'll see you on Quick Classics.